Welcome to the Green Hat Local SEO Podcast, where Kyle Sabra delivers hard-hitting, actionable tips and strategies to help business owners dominate their local market and crush the competition. Kyle's no-holds-barred approach cuts through the noise of traditional SEO, focusing on battle-tested tactics that deliver real results. He's here to arm you with the tools you need to skyrocket your rankings, generate more leads, and grow your business online. If you're tired of hearing the same old SEO nonsense and want to learn the truth, this is the podcast for you. Get ready to put on your green hats and learn SEO secrets the other guys can't handle. Now, here's your host, Kyle Sabra.
Hi, this is Kyle Sabra from the Green Hat Local SEO Podcast, and today we are talking about a secret AI mode in Google Maps that you probably don't know about, but if you hop on today, you are going to be that far ahead of your competitors when they finally do figure this out. But before we do that, don't forget to subscribe to this podcast, check out our YouTube channel, Green Hat Local SEO, and check out GHLS.io. So what is this secret AI mode, AI overview for maps? Well, I don't know if you have noticed, because Google didn't really make a big announcement about this. And in fact, this isn't even rolling out in all countries yet. Talked to some friends of mine in Canada, and they don't have that there yet. But there is an Ask Maps feature on Google Maps on both desktop and on mobile. So this Ask Maps feature is acting like the AI overview or AI mode for local SEO searches. This is going to be where Google's AI machine learning is actually going to be serving up candidates and serving up GBPs whenever somebody asks a local SEO focused query on Google Maps. So why is this important if a lot of people don't know about this yet? Well, for one, they eventually will. We all know that Google is trying to make everything AI first. They have said this very publicly, and it's always been their goal to have each search give the user the one perfect answer for their needs. And every year, they're getting closer and closer and closer to this. So this Ask Maps feature is really an extension of AI overviews and AI mode for organic searches. And what's really interesting is by looking at the results for Ask Maps, we can really see what Google is thinking about, how they're serving up results, and really what you need to be doing in order to be seen in AI and Ask Maps when it eventually does take over map searches, which is going to be very soon. I give it a year before this becomes the majority of searches, and maybe a year and a half before this actually becomes the only search that people will be able to do on Google searches. So Ask Maps is going to be a small icon to the left when you do searches on desktop, and if you do it on mobile on Google Maps, it's going to be just below the search here bar. There'll be a little button called Ask Maps, and what happens here is if you go to Ask Maps, you can type in your query, and these queries, these searches, are going to be more conversational in tone, just like what people do with AI overviews and AI mode. So where somebody might say, off-road tires near me, they could ask in here, who has the best price for Falcon tires, right? So what we're seeing here when people search for these is a few different things that are very interesting and things that I had predicted previously. One, Google is pulling almost all of the information for these searches from the GBP and to a lesser extent from the website. Now, flip-flop from that is if somebody searches on Google Maps without Ask Maps, or somebody searches organically on Google, it's flip-flop. Google pulls more information from the website and less from the GBP. However, with these Ask Maps searches, what I've noticed is Google is pulling probably 90% of the information for the user's query straight from the GBP. The places that they're pulling from the GBP are the description, which is now in play, because before, the GBP description had absolutely no bearing on organic searches. Google did not really care about that at all. That was mostly for potential customers to read. But now, you need to have that filled in. You need to make sure that you have the keywords, entities, all of that in there, so Google can really understand and see what you're doing. So one, they pull it from the description. Two, they pull it from your products and services. Not just your products and services, but from products and services link as well. So before, when you wanted to search on, or when you wanted to rank on organic or just OG Google Maps, and you were a service business, putting in products was actually a demoting factor. A lot of people didn't realize this, but if you were a service-only based business, for example, if you were a roofer or a plumber, and you did not sell roofing or plumbing supplies to the public, and you put those as products, Google knew that was bullshit and would demote you for spam. But now Google is actively pulling from those for the Ask Maps feature, and we are seeing this not just with products but services as well. So now, if you want to rank in the AI overviews, AI mode, Ask Maps, or whatever, Google is actively pulling all of the products, even if they're technically services. So if you don't care about Maps rankings and you just want to show up in AI mode, AI overview, and Ask Maps, then fuck it, put everything in your products. The other thing that they're pulling from too is services. So in the back end of your GBP, you can list all the services that you offer. There's been a rumor, a misinformed rumor out there that services does nothing for you. I proved way back in 2021, 2022 that adding in services actually gives you a small bump in maps. And now, with the Ask Maps feature, they're pulling all of your services to see if you offer the service that the user is looking for. So if you do not have all of your services offered, every single permutation of every single service on there, you are losing out. On top of that, what people don't realize is you can actually put descriptions in each service. So not only are you putting in your service that you offer, but you're giving more context behind that, so Google knows to a deeper level what exactly you are offering, what services you offer, which is just going to help you. The other thing is the services link. So you can add a deep link to these services or the products page on your GBP, and Google is absolutely following that link. That's one of two links right now that we see Google following when trying to figure out if you offer the service that the user is looking for. The other one is the actual GBP link, whether it goes to your homepage, to a services page, to a location page. That is the other link that Google is looking at. So if you do not have your services listed or your location listed on that GBP link, again, you are missing out. Now, the other thing too is, I don't think people realize this either, but the link to your GBP has to be directly related to the service and location that you want to rank for, which means that if you are a multi-location business, or if you offer multiple different services and you are just linking to your homepage, you're fucking yourself, because your homepage is going to be all about your brand and not about where you serve and what services that you offer. So if Google can't easily ascertain that, then you're boned, right? You're not going to be able to be eligible for these Ask Maps questions, because Google simply cannot understand what you're offering and where you are offering those services to. The other place obviously is going to be reviews too. Now, we all know that reviews have been really important. They have been for a couple of years now. You can think of reviews almost like backlinks for your GBP. But Google is pulling in not just the content of the reviews, but how many reviews that you have. And it's not enough to just get reviews with stars. You need to get content on those reviews, and even better is if you get images on those reviews, because when somebody looks for best off-road tires near me, best Falcon tires, best Bridgecrest tires, or whatever, they are going to not only say, hey, this GBP or this business offers those tires, but it is going to pull reviews, and it is going to say, hey, people often talk about XYZ, or XYZ reviews often mention this, right? Or reviews highlight this. So make sure that you don't just talk about, or you have people talk about the products or services that they bought, which was the strategy for a long time, but also about the service that they got too. Because one thing that you'll notice is if you go to Ask Maps, right, and you just type in something very generic, very super high level, like, again, Falcon tires near me, Bridgecrest tires, the first thing that is going to pop up, because Google really doesn't know what you are looking for or what you want, is the best rated or top rated services or businesses. And this is where you need to have those star ratings talking about, or why you need to have those star ratings, also talking about the service that you provided, your customer service, the quality of your service, things like that, because Google, for the most part, is going to first look at, now with Ask Maps, is going to first look at who provides the best service. If you think about it, it makes sense, because Google does not want to be serving up GBPs to offer a poor experience to users, because if Google offers up GBPs that offer a poor experience, then Google is by extension offering a poor experience to the searchers, and searchers are going to go somewhere else, and Google knows this. So make sure that not only do you have as many ratings, if not more, than your competitors, but you also have a comparable star rating, if not better than your competitors, and those reviews are mentioning the services that they got, and they're also mentioning the great customer service or the great quality of service that they got as well. The other thing that is really interesting too is it's not, what we found too is it's not just looking for keywords. It is surmising what your business is based on different entities and different phrases that are being used. One search that I saw, I asked for Spanish-speaking shops are near me, Spanish-speaking off-road shops near me. And one mentioned that they were Spanish-speaking, even though it did not say that on the website, it did not say it on the GBP, nothing like that. But the reason why they were chosen as a shop that spoke Spanish is because they were advertised as being Latino-owned, and they had two different technicians with what would stereotypically be thought of as Latin names. So with these two things only, Google surmised that this shop spoke Spanish, even though they didn't directly out and out say that. Now, this is for better or for worse. Google could be completely off, and I'm willing to bet that they were completely off on this one, even though I didn't call that shop, because I knew the area that was in. The shop was a tiki Hawaiian themed shop, if you could believe that, and nowhere on the site did it mention that they spoke Spanish. But because they had these different entities and these different related concepts on their GBP and on their website and in their reviews, Google surmised correctly or incorrectly that they spoke Spanish. The other thing too, and one thing that I don't think people really really do enough of is you need to make sure that you are putting every single service that you offer, not just on your services, but on your GBP posts as well. This is another place where Google pulls information from. A lot of people use their posts to announce, GBP posts to announce specials they're running or new hours, and not enough treat those as pages on their GBP. These GBP posts act as interior pages for your GBP. They get their own URLs. You can build links to them. They offer do follow links back to your website, and Google will absolutely crawl and index them. And if you are not using those to talk about the services that you offer, then Google might not know that you offer those services. And this is another place in Ask Maps where we are finding that Google will try to look for answers for a user query. So don't just announce specials on your GBP posts, your July 4th specials, or if you're running a Father's Day special, or if you have special hours for special days or whatever, but also use those as opportunities to write an SEO-focused page for your GBP promoting your services. You can literally write a GBP post for every single service in every single city that you offer and that you operate in, and Google will read all of those. And like I said, you can build links to those pages as well, and this is absolutely a place where Google is going to be looking for answers for user queries. A couple things that we found that did not influence Ask Maps was backlinks. Backlinks had absolutely no effect on the Ask Maps feature. Social media had no effect on the Ask Maps feature, whether or not you're posting on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or TikTok or anything. And click-through rate, CTR, such as using CTR Booster or Agency Assassin, also did not affect most Ask Maps queries. There were some longer tail queries where we can see those had an effect, but for most of them, they did not affect it at all. So if you are going to be AI focused and you are looking to the future for Ask Maps, those really did not, social media and backlinks really did not have much of an effect, if any, on ranking in Ask Maps. Now, they do affect your organic and they do affect your Maps rankings, but for Ask Maps itself, not a really big correlation. However, I will say that you do need to have social media just to have that marketing presence for your business, because people absolutely do search for social media, company social media, when trying to make a buying decision. So do not neglect social media, and do not neglect backlinks, because ranking in Google Maps and ranking organically is still going to be an important part of a user's journey when trying to figure out who they want to engage with for services. So that is about it for this edition of the Green Hat Local SEO podcast. Again, my name is Kyle Sabroff from Green Hat Local SEO at GHLS.io. Reach out if you have any questions. Also, reach out to bfeai.com. That is the software that we are using to rank all of our maps and all of our clients. Check that out. There is a $2 7-day trial to get your content written for you, to do your AI rankings, and to do your in-depth, really industry-leading keyword research. So that is about it for this episode, and I will talk to you later.